Hi, Sam from Guitar Village here, and we're back with the weekly roundup. Now, we're going to head downstairs to check out the first guitar. We've had some great feedback from you guys. I've been a bit naughty and I haven't been showing more budget-friendly guitars, so I thought, let's start this weekly roundup with a very cool guitar indeed. That is certainly budget-friendly. All right, so pop on in. This is our first sort of I don't want to say entry-level electric room. It has some entry-level guitars, but it has some sort of more mid-price guitars as well, like this one. This is a 2021 Player Telly. It's got a maple neck in the butterscotch blonde finish. This thing's very cool. If you want a sort of vintage style telly that's got some modern refinements and some appointments on there, this is it's actually a really good option. Okay, now we're going to head next door and check something out that's not quite so budget friendly. Here from the early 70s, this is I say early 70s, 73. We call that mid sort of early 70s, somewhere around there anyway. I'm waffling. So here we've got a 1973 Fender Jazz bass. Now, this is a pretty clean example. I think the only change, or I don't want to say if it's a change really, but it's basically the ashtray cover's been removed from the neck pickup and the screws aren't there. Otherwise, I think this thing's pretty stock. At the moment, we are going to supply this with one of our Fender cases, one of the, I believe it's the black Tolex one. It's just like the one you can see this Axel guitar in down there. So all in all, pretty cool guitar. I love the block inlays on this. And the rosewood fretboard looks really nice as well. You can see a lovely amount of grain there. And who doesn't like a red tortoiseshell guard too? All right, that's enough of basses. Let's go on upstairs and check out some bits in the vintage room. So now, one thing you guys won't see at the moment, basically, we've got a couple of guitars we're prepping on, so stay tuned for hopefully next week's roundup. We've got a gorgeous 1963 Fender Jazz Master in stock, and also a lovely Duo Sonic, which is a bit more of a sort of player's grade guitar, but I think you guys are going to love it, so definitely watch next week's roundup. Okay, so we are in the vintage room. Now, we very rarely do amps, but this week I thought I have to do it. We've got this lovely late 90s, I think it's a 98 model, a Fender Bassman reissue. This thing looks great. This is one of the early reissues with the ground switch on there. But, I mean, if you want a loud amp that sounds incredible, you can't really go too far wrong with one of those. Now, on the other side of things, we have got a 1976 Guild. This is the D50 NT, so that's natural D for Dreadnought. I mean, this thing looks super cool. A bit like that tweed bass one we were just checking out. This thing's got tons of patina. I mean, it's a great playing guitar, but it sounds really cool as well. I mean, it looks like it's basically spent its whole life on the road. Look at that. So, I mean, if you want a guitar that you can take out and gig and you're not going to be worried about scuffing it, I mean, that's a really cool choice. Now, let's head on through and check out the last guitar of this weekly roundup. Now, this is a guitar you're probably going to see lots of videos on at the moment, and usually we would head to the posh room to check out the last guitar in the weekly roundup, or maybe the vintage room, but this week, actually, we're sort of in between. We are checking out the new American Ultralux Strat. Now, this is the HSS version in Fiesta Red. What's cool about this is they're not massively specifying what the finish is. They're calling it an heirloom lacquer finish, which I believe is some sort of variation of nitrocellulose on there. It's got a very cool neck profile. It's like a D neck profile on this one. Stainless steel frets. But aside from all those modern appointments like the humbucker and things like that in there, and locking tuners, it's actually kind of vintage as well. So you've got clay dots, rosewood fretboard. I mean, classic Fiesta Red finish, 3-ply pick guard on there too. And it looks like a quarter sawn maple neck as well. So, I mean, this guitar is pretty much about as high as you're going to get with the US sort of line before you get into the custom shop stuff. I mean, this thing not only looks cool, it's great to play, and it sounds really good too. So, if you're in the market for a new guitar and you're not really sure if you want to go for something vintage or something modern, buy this one instead. Alright, well, that's it from this weekly roundup. As always, thanks for watching, and if you want to find out any more about the guitar shown in today's video, the links will be in the description below.